Dear students, welcome back to social science class. This is the second video of the second lesson in history, that is geographical features and prehistoric India, the second part of the video. In the previous video, we have studied about physical features of India, and in this video we are going to learn about the prehistoric period of India, and also we learn about where did the prehistoric man live. So my dear students, be ready with your pen and notebook. Go on listening the video carefully. Note down the points whichever you feel very important, and then afterwards write your own notes on the topic in your rough book. First of all, dear students, we will come to understand what is prehistoric period. Dear students, prehistoric period means the period before the discovery of the art of writing. So people started art of writing during the past time only. When the people started writing art, then they started getting record of the events, whatever goes on. Such written records are the basis to write history. That is called historic period. That means the period after the discovery of writing art is called as historic period. But before the beginning of writing art, there is life of people is there, but we don't have any written record about the period before the discovery of writing art. That period is called as prehistoric period. So we can understand that prehistoric period means the period before the discovery of the art of writing. This period is also called as prehistoric period because there is no evidence of linguistic development or use of script. Means during the period before the discovery of art or during the prehistoric period, people were not having any development of languages, or they were not having any script for their language. Even they were speaking different language, but that languages were not having any alphabets or scripts or writing abilities. So only because of no development in languages or no use of script, there is no any written records about the history of prehistoric period. We are not having any information about the prehistoric period. The people, those who make the study of historical events and write history, they are called historians. But there are some scholars, or there are some people, those who make the study about the prehistoric period or the events of prehistoric period. They are called archaeologists because they write about the prehistoric period, or they write history about the prehistoric period looking towards or studying about the archaeological sources only. During the time of prehistoric period, man was nomadic, living a nomadic life. Means he was wandering from one place to place. The main occupations of the people of prehistoric period was hunting and also food gathering. Means they used to hunt the animal and eating the raw meat, and also they were collecting the food materials such as roots, nuts, fruits, etc. For the hunting of animal and for the collection of food materials, they were not having any settled life. They were moving from place to place. That movement of people from place to place without having any settled life is only called as nomadic life. So during the period of prehistoric time, man was living nomadic life, and the archaeologists, those who make the study about prehistoric period, have discovered different types of tools being used by the people of the prehistoric period, and on that basis they have written information about the prehistoric period. When we look towards the tools used by the prehistoric people, all the tools whatever made and used by the people of the prehistoric period are made by stones or wood or bones of the animals. They used to hunt the animals. They separated flesh, skin and bones. Bones were hard. Hard bones were used for different tools. Tools means the things used to do our work. Out of all the tools made by the past people using stone, wood or bones, we are having only stone tools. The tools made by wood and the tools made by bones are not available. Only the tools made by stones are available, and studying about them we can understand the life of prehistoric people. These stone tools being used by the past people are the main sources to study about the history of past people or people of the prehistoric period. The people made the best use of these stone tools to peel the skin, or that means to separate the skin from the hunted animal. And also they made the best use of stone tools to separate flesh and bones from the dead animals. And also they made the best use of these tools to scrape the barks, means to separate the barks of the stems from stems of the trees, and also to cut the fruits, to cut the roots, and also to cut the wooden pieces into logs. The people of prehistoric periods created handles for the stone tools created by them. These handles were created either using bones or woods. That means stone tools are having the handles prepared by bones or created by wood. These weapons or these tools are used by the past people either to hunt the animals or to cut the trees or to separate the skins, bones and flesh, etc. Like spears and arrows are used now. They were also used like axes to cut the trees and to cut the trees into logs. These stone tools were used for different purposes. The wood materials cut into pieces by the people using stone tools were used to build their huts or handles to the tools. Means people were constructing their huts and living in such huts. When let us come to study the places where the prehistoric people lived in India. There are a lot of places found in India where the people of prehistoric period were lived. Such important places which are found in India are Bhimbetka, Hunasgi and Konnur. Konnur is in Andhra Pradesh, Bhimbetka is in northern part of India, and Hunasgi is in Karnataka. You can look at the map of India where the places of prehistoric period are denoted with different figures. In these places means the most important places which are there in India where people of past period, that is prehistoric period, lived. That is Bhimbetka, Hunasgi and Konnur. In these sites, the archaeologists have discovered lot number of relics of the tools being used by the prehistoric period. There are lot of sites we have discovered in India They all are located on the bank of rivers or on the bank of lakes. The prehistoric people were having much necessity of stones because they were preparing their tools using stones only. So the people of the prehistoric period have selected the areas where the stones are available in bulk quantity or abundant quantity. The places of India where bulk quantity of rocks and stones are available, in such areas we have identified the relics of the people of prehistoric period. These areas where the people used stones means the areas whichever we have discovered now, that the places of prehistoric period. In such places, people made the best use of stones to prepare their tools, and such areas where the people made the best use of stones to prepare their tools, they are identified as the first industrial sites or the places of human beings. Means the first industry being started by man was production of stone tools using stones, and the areas where people produced out stone tools using stones are called as the first industrial sites of human beings. How to know about first industrial sites of human beings? Now we understand how archaeologists understood that the areas of the prehistoric people as the first industrial places. It is understood with the help of looking towards the heaps of the stones. Remember, when archaeologists went to search or discover about the places of prehistoric people, they have discovered heaps of the stones in different parts of rocky areas, and that these heaps were created by the prehistoric people. That means they have selected particular stone to prepare a particular weapon. When that stone is not useful to produce stone tools, they have threw it in a particular place. That one by one, collecting such type of unusable stones got converted into heaps. So the people during the time of prehistoric period might have resorted unsuitable rocks for their tools, and that unsuitable rocks are collected in a particular place, and that was created in the form of heaps. In such areas where prehistoric people lived, the heaps of broken tools are found by the archaeologists, and such heaps are bulk in number. You can look at the picture given in this page only. There we can see bulk number of heaps of the stones. That are the stones which are not used by the prehistoric people to produce their tools. Looking towards these heaps of broken stones, we can understand that people lived in these areas during long time ago. Understood? And such areas are also called as residential places of the prehistoric people, and also we can call them as industrial sites of the prehistoric people. Now we'll come to see about knowledge of fire. Dear students, the people of the prehistoric period were also knowing about the use of fire. Signs or symbols of fire used by the people of prehistoric period are found in different caves of in different places of India. Mostly in Konnur. Konnur is having hilly regions. In the hilly regions of Konnur, in the caves of hilly regions of Konnur, The archaeologists have discovered or found symbols of ashes. Ash. Ash means the wooden piece which is burnt after what is retains of the wood, burning after burning the wooden piece. It is called ash. The ash symbols of ashes are found in different parts of the caves of Konnur. These make us to understand that the prehistoric people were making the best use of fire. That means the people of prehistoric period were knowing the use of fire, and they made the best use of fire for different purposes, such as cooking their food or getting light during the time of night, and also to frighten the animals. When people used to sleep during night, they were having fear of the wild animals. To keep the wild animals far away from their place, they were burning the fire. Looking towards the burning fire, wild animals were going far away. And also the fire used by them to get light during the night hours. And also they were making the best use of fire to cook their food. We have also found some of the drawings created by the prehistoric people. The prehistoric people during the prehistoric period, during the time of leisure or when they were having leisure time, they used to draw different types of drawings on the walls of the caves. Such drawings are also found in the caves of different places of India, in which the caves where people of prehistoric were living. In such caves we have discovered the drawings drawn by the prehistoric people. They were drawing the pictures on the walls of the caves and also on the big rocks. Such cave drawings are found in different parts of India, such as Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka, Uttar Pradesh, etc. So, dear students, this is about the prehistoric period and where did the prehistoric man live. In the next video, we will go to learn about the changing environment. Thank you very much.